indie pop singer-songwriter Carrington MacDuffie. Hey, Carrington. I love that name.
Hey Judy, how are you? I'm so glad to be here with you today.
So good to see you. You look marvelous.
Thank you. It's awesome to be talking to you.
I know, Carrington and I have known each other for a couple of years. I actually got to meet her in person a couple of years ago in Austin for
Hmm.
dinner. That was pretty awesome. Last year we talked in July when you were featuring your video Rebel in the House of Love, which was so awesome. And then today we're here to talk to you about your newest one, Sweet Young Thing. I
Yeah.
really like that video. Let's talk about that one.
Well, that is, I can't, I didn't write the song. I wish I could say that I had, but that's a cover song. Originally, was written by Carole King, Jerry Goffin, and Mike Nesmith, and it was actually released by the Monkees way back in the day. And I just think it's a great song and that it was never done justice in the recording of it. I recorded this in Glasgow, Scotland with my band there. And we had played it a lot. It's a really, really fun song to play. I've played that one live a lot. And it was just high time to make a music video of it. So I wound up shooting that in the Austin area.
Yeah, it's really, a really cool video. So who's the gentleman that's featured in the video?
The gentleman, the gentleman, he's in another one of my videos.
I thought so.
Yeah, that's right. He's a special friend. He's in uh You Baby,
Yeah, you baby. That's
music
it.
video for You Baby that was released a couple of Valentine's days ago.
Got
And so it was time for another Valentine's release, which was about when we released this one. So that's the second one that he's been in, and the next video I have in mind, I don't think there's a role for him, but he did a great job with this one.
Yeah, it must have been fun. Who produced it?
I produced it,
Good.
and camera woman here in the Austin area, Nicola Gell, shot it. She's shot a lot of stills for me. That was the first time we shot video. And then I also got a hold of a miniature schnauzer
Yeah.
to play the part of the puppy. That was Henry Parker, and he's just a dog I happen to know.
You stole him for the shoot, huh?
I stole him for the shoot. We had a lot of fun. That dog is very rambunctious. And I really wanted a rambunctious puppy for part of the shoot because Sweet Young Thing, the theme of it really is kind of to me, is like a puppy love thing. I mean, there's a lot of ways you could interpret it, but that's where I was coming from with it. And I thought, well, we should have an actual puppy for this, and we should have a very rambunctious puppy. And I happen to be very fond of terriers, and they are rambunctious. And so we had a lot of fun with Henry Parker.
My goodness. Yeah, I'm just like, watching along. Also, I'm like, oh, because I own a miniature schnauzer. So I'm like, oh,
You do?
yes, his name is Bandit.
Yeah, I can understand why. You have to really train the hell out of those dogs, and
They're
they're
smart
smart.
though. They
They're
are
really
smart, but
smart.
boy, they'll outsmart you if you let them.
Yes, exactly. And this one, hadn't had a lot of training, and so was really just kind of going wild. And as you know, all terriers are very high strung, and so that's why they require so much training. And there's an intellect to be captured there in a terrier. And so, but with with Henry Parker, we just let him play. We let him go loose because that's what we were doing. We were just playing the whole
Yeah, you
time. It
are.
was really, really, really fun. It's a basic theme, but maybe not to be taken for granted in the world we're living in right now of two happy adults, a man and a woman, really attracted to each other, having a really good time.
So hard to believe it's 2024 and the pandemic happened March of 2020, when
Yeah,
we couldn't be together for almost a year and a half. So it's like,
yeah,
it's so great to see a video like this where, people are back together again and we're living
yeah,
that normal, fun loving life.
yeah. And one of the things that I think when they were wanting us to be locked down and wanting us to be 6 feet apart, they said it was because of a virus. But what that's really about is that all of us have an electromagnetic field that's part of our body, and it's invisible, but it's part of us. And when those fields interact, we activate. And that's why they didn't want us closer than 6 feet apart. They don't want us having, joy and activating like that. And so one of the things that was wonderful about, for me, making the video was experiencing and demonstrating that for the camera and for the viewer of what happens when that energy between two people interacts, it switches on, there's a spark, and we have just as human beings, we have a lot of power that we don't even know we have, and a lot of it lies in our joy.
Yeah. I mean, you know, thanks for making that video and pointing that out, because it will make me even go back and watch it in a different perspective. We watch videos one way. Me, I like the music, and there's different things. I miss it, go back. And then after I do that, I said, okay, watch it all at once so that because I always look for different things in it.
And if it's good, there are different things to be found, right? There are different things to be seen. You can certainly take it at face value, and there's plenty there.
Yeah.
Just, you know,
Oh,
yeah,
bravo. It was done very well. And the camera woman did an amazing job
yeah,
catching things, she did
yeah,
a good job. So what else
yeah.
have you been working on? You got new music going to be coming out besides
I
this and the
do.
video?
I do. I'm trying to decide. There are two singles right now that are vying for dominance in the production. Well, they're both recorded. They need to be mastered, but they're vying for dominance as to who gets video treatment first. And one would be an animated video, and the other would involve race cars and motorcycles. And I'm drawn toward that one. But it's a lot more complicated to produce. I've just gotten into the early stages of pre-production, and so I'm discovering what it's going to really call for, what it's going to take to actually produce this. Because um, I could just do the animated video and not get into this whole complicated thing. But I'm going to get into the complicated thing, right? That's
Yep, that's you.
that's what I'm probably going to do. And it'll be really fun, but I have a lot of work to do for that.
Yeah.
So those two are ready to go. I'm not thinking about a complete CD at this point. I have a string of singles that really want to be released individually first. And I always speak of the songs as if they have their own will, because it seems like they do. I mean, I feel
Right.
like they control me,
Yeah.
the song.
Oh, so you've been writing a lot as well?
I haven't, well, no, actually, I have some songs that are in the oven, but they're only half baked.
Okay.
And there's some people, there's guys that I like to co-produce with in Rochester, New York. I might take the songs to them and rework those. That's Sam Polizzi and Johnny Cummings that I like to work with up there. But meanwhile, while those are kind of getting their time in the oven,
Yeah.
I've I've launched a talk show. Um, yeah, a podcast talk show. I think of it as a talk show because
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't something about the word podcast just doesn't do it for me. But it's called Star Seeds of Freedom, about how to live free in a system designed to imprison and enslave you. And I'm interviewing a lot of people from all walks of life on that subject, thinking outside the box. I recently interviewed, well, I just interviewed a state senator from Oregon. Really interesting guy. I call him the Rad Senator. I love this guy. We've got a couple of interviews with him, one on constitutional republic, because a lot of people think we live in a democracy, but if it's actually a constitutional republic, and I feel very strongly about that. And let's see what else. There's an interview with a Brazilian linguist on free speech.
Oh,
Let's see. God, I've all different kinds of. I've got a series lined up with a bunch of cops here in Texas that will be really interesting on the subject of freedom from
yeah.
their point of view. So it's been kind of a consuming project to line it up and find the people, because you do interviews,
Yeah,
to find the right people and get it all scheduled. And so I only just recently launched that. Well, maybe 3 months ago, but 3 months is
it's
nothing,
nothing.
right?
I know.
As we now know.
Yeah. We're going into the third month.
Exactly.
Oh,
So I've been focusing on that, it's posted on my YouTube channel with the other videos. It's a different thing, but I mean, from what my my audience is used to seeing, but it's getting a good response because I think a lot of people have a lot of questions about what the hell is going on, what is going
exactly.
on?
What's the YouTube channel? Give it to us.
It's just my YouTube channel. So my name, Carrington MacDuffie, on YouTube. If you search Carrington MacDuffie, you'll see the channel, and the headlining video, of course, is Sweet Young Thing. But there's a playlist, you can go to playlists, and there's official music videos and different
Good.
playlists, and one of them is Starseeds of Freedom, and the whole series. There's maybe, I don't know, maybe 12 so far, episodes. I guess we're going to call them episodes. I wasn't sure if they should be chapters or episodes, or I don't know, maybe you have an idea what they should be. Um, haven't quite zeroed in on that, but the concept is there. And I'm having a really good time because I'm getting to talk to all kinds of different people.
And that's what makes it interesting, because
Yeah.
as you say, it takes a while because, if you like with us, we get a lot of things from PR people, so that kind of helps us, you know.
Right.
So with you, it's got to be super hard because you gotta, if you don't have that type of PR people behind you, you've got to try to go
Yeah.
out and do it yourself, and that's got to be really, tough for you.
Well, it hasn't been tough, although it's been challenging. But what's been interesting to see, because I have an idea of the people that I want to speak with, and I
Yeah.
reach out to them. Some people are available, some are not. Some people don't get back to me. Most do. And so far, there's some women I've just got on my list that I need to contact. So far, it's been all men that I've been interviewing, not because I haven't reached out to women, but the men all say, so the women, when I invite them on this subject, tend to say, um, yeah, I'll do that, I guess. And then they change their mind. I think they're more shy about it. And when I ask men if they'd like to be interviewed, they say, yeah, when do you want to schedule that for? So, that's the only reason. But I'm chasing after the women too, because all different kinds of perspectives on what does freedom mean? How do we live free? We have it built into the founding of our country, but do we really live that? Not really, especially the last few years. And the last few years have really shown us that we're not living that. And so what do we need to do? What do we need to do to actually live that out?
Yeah, I can't wait to go check it out. It sounds very interesting. And if I find anyone else who might want to be on your program, we'll send them your way.
Please,
How's that?
please, yes, I'm looking for all kinds of people. I'm talking to firearms trainers and linguists
Oh,
and
yeah.
educators, and haven't talked to any musicians yet, but I think there's a mix engineer I'm going to be talking with about creative freedom, and a photographer I've worked with for many years who's Armenian and has experienced a lot of the issues in that part of the world. So there's all kinds of ways to approach this. But the last two interviews with my rad senator are really really worth listening to. That guy's working hard. So yes, I'm looking for people to air this. Like, what's your contribution to freedom?
Exactly. So
Liberty American style.
yeah, so if we have viewers who are watching this who might want to reach out to you about someone themselves or someone else, how would they do that? Go on your
Best way to
website.
do that, yeah, the best way to do that is through my website, carringtonmacduffie.com. There's a contact form there, and I do keep an eye on that. So, and I do answer when people reach out to me. And also, if you come to my YouTube channel and you watch the videos, watch the talk show, please comment, let me know that way too. I really appreciate hearing feedback from people. And so, come and subscribe and comment and share it and, join in,
Yeah.
join in. But yeah, through my website, you can navigate to anything through my website, my social media, of course, but where a lot of stuff is happening for me is on the YouTube channel.
Very good. So what fun things have you been doing? You've been skeet shooting at all?
I have been, well, I have I've been on a target practice, absolutely.
Nice.
Working out with a bunch of different trainers, trying out different 9mm handguns. I've got my favorites, so I've been doing that. Oh, it's been kind of a crazy time, I guess. I run a couple of Airbnbs and
Nice.
but I've been doing that. I don't want to do that anymore because I've kind of been there, done that. So those properties are for sale
Oh,
in
nice.
outside of San Antonio. And so I've been working on that project and getting ready to do some more recording in Nashville. So
Oh, nice.
yeah, and voiceover. I mean, yeah, it's been a little bit of a scramble.
And have you been able to go abroad this year or
I
much?
haven't been abroad. I've been staying in Texas because of running the Airbnbs and
Okay.
because I've been producing video, I've needed to be, on site to do that. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. I don't have a tour planned at the moment. Right now, I'm just still kind of riding off the high of Sweet Young Thing and working on the next one. I'm pretty sure the one next will be one called Better That Way, which is a rocker.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
That'll be great.
Yeah,
See, good to see. Well, we're
yeah.
glad that we caught up with you. Sound like you've been busy, and we will put your sites up there too for all of our readers, as to look at that and get in touch with you.
Thank you. And I'll let you know when the next tour is planned, but probably what'll be next will be another music video.
We look forward to those. Woo!
Right.
Yeah, and then maybe when you get it all together and those places sold, you can get a little tour and come out here to California and see us
Yeah.
out here.
Oh, I'd love to come see you. It's been a while since I was in California. You're
Yeah,
in a nice part of it too.
yeah. So we'll come and give you the whole tour.
Cool. All right.
All right. So take care and thanks for taking the time to talk to us.
Thank you. Nice
And,
to see you.
also, I'll be putting this up on our YouTube channel and that you can use that link as well. Okay.
Oh, perfect.
That sounds great. Thank you so much.
Yeah.